The following content is for entertainment and educational purposes only. It does not constitute means for diagnosis, healthcare advice, nor treatment. Make use of a qualified healthcare professional for such purposes.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I am doing very good. I'm very happy that you're here visiting me today, and I'm very happy you made it to this session. I do want to go through some things that we discussed in your previous visit. I just want to make sure that everything is clear in terms of our confidentiality. There are some instances in where I might have to break that confidentiality you and I have here in our sessions. It would include if you have any suicidal or homicidal intentions, as well as you express harming other individuals such as children and persons with disabilities. Now I want to make sure that we integrate that you are clear with this situations, this clauses.
Yes, I got no problem with that.
You have any questions, any concerns?
No questions at all.
All right. Well, let's get started. What brought you here today?
Well, first of all, I'm glad to be back. You really helped me out the very first time. The thing is that I'm going to start off that I'm frustrated in a good news, but I'll make you try to understand why I'm frustrated with it. Okay, since I would like to start off that I just recently got back from deployment about 4 to 5 months ago.
All right, deployment from
military service.
Military service. Okay, where were you?
I was in Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Okay.
How long were you in service?
About a year and a half.
I understand. Okay, so you just got back.
I just got back recently, about 4 to 5 months ago.
How was that experience for you?
It wasn't bad. Really wasn't bad. It was just kind of like another job. You know, the only difference is that how can I say it? The level of what's the word? Danger.
Okay.
The level of danger rises more than any other civilian job out there, but it's still present. But at least for me, my experience wasn't that bad.
So for you, if I understand correctly, based on what you're saying, and you correct me if I'm wrong, you're telling me that it was a stressful situation due to danger, but you still managed to come back, and it was a learning experience, a working experience for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Basically, that's not the reason why I came
Okay.
to you. Again, that's not the reason. The reason is that when I got back, I did what was normal. I decided to go out and find a job because when I got back, I already knew that my military pay wasn't going to be exactly the same as I was deployed.
Okay.
So it was going to decrease a lot. So what I decided was to go out and try to find a job. Now, like I said before, I just got back about 4 to 5 months ago. So I'd say about 3 to 4 months till now, I've been searching for a job. Now, I just received word about a week and a half ago. I just received word from one of the companies in the States telling me that I applied for a job. I'm qualified for a position in a factory.
So this would be a civilian job?
A civilian job, correct.
Okay, so it's not related to your military career?
No, it does not. So I just received word from this company that I just been slotted for a job.
Which was what you were looking for.
Correct, was I was looking for. Now the thing is, what's really frustrating me is like I got my whole life here
Okay.
in Puerto Rico. I got my whole life here. I was born and raised here. My friends, my family, everybody's here, and I find it a little bit hard to cope with a new environment. A new place, new people, getting to know people, stuff like that. It's brand new, and it's really frustrating me. It's like I don't know either if to take the job or not, because right now it's very hard for me to try to find a job.
Okay, so you're telling me that it's been difficult for you to find a civilian position, a work here, a job here,
Yes,
and now you're telling me you have this big opportunity, but it's abroad. It's in the United States.
correct.
Now, I can understand because I've had a similar situation in the past regarding relocation from a different place to another. So I can identify with you. It is a stressful matter to deal with, to cope with, as you said yourself. Now, what I do want to understand, and I want to make sure I have this very clear, is that you tell me you were seeking for a job and it was a desire you had. Now, on the other hand, you feel frustrated that you found that job. Now, what's your interpretation about this?
I feel frustrated, and not because I found a job. It's because I have to relocate and leave everything behind, start anew. It's not like if I would have found a job here, I got everything here. I got my house, my car, my family, my friends, everybody's here. Like if I go to the States, it's relocating everything. Like I have to ship my car, I got to find an apartment and all this stuff, getting to know new people. I don't know anywhere in that place where I'm going.
All right.
I have no knowledge of anything, so it's very frustrating, and I don't know if I should let it pass and try to find another job, or just go ahead and do it, and because I don't know if it's going to turn out for the best or the worst. I really have no idea, and that's something that's consuming me right now.
All right. Well, in the beginning, when we started this conversation, you told me that you were deployed in a military setting, in a combat setting, just a few months ago, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what this tells me is that you already have experience and knowledge about being relocated in another place, in a whole different environment, different than your hometown or your home country. This shows me that you have those skills. On the other hand, you're telling me that you don't know how to cope with the change of relocating.
Because, I'm sorry to interrupt you, the reason why, it's because, first of all, I went with my unit. It's not like I went volunteer with another unit. I went deployed with people I already knew. So it wasn't that much of a big deal for me because I was surrounded by friends and good people, so it wasn't really a big issue for me. And also because the military provides all the accommodations. Like in this case, I'm doing it on my own. I have to find everything on my own, so it's very, very hard. And also by moving to the States, to this new job, civilian job that I found, that also implies that I have to do two types of relocations. One in the civilian life and one in the military life. That means I have to find another unit to report to and also find a new place for myself, being a reserve, a U.S. Army Reserve soldier. I have to find all those things on my own. As it's coming out of my own expense.
So, when you first found out after 4 or 5 months of searching for a job, when you first heard that you were accepted for this position in the States, how did you feel when, after 4 months of searching, 4 or 5 months of searching for a job, and it's challenging now in your hometown, How did you feel after you finally succeeded in finding a good position in the States?
At the beginning, when I first read the email that I was already applied for this job. I mean, not applied, accepted for this job. Um, I felt happy instantaneously, but a couple moments after that, I'm talking about a few seconds after I felt excited, I started to think, wow, I'm gonna have to do a lot of things on my own in a new place that I'm not familiar with, and that brought me down hard. So I really don't know if I'm either letting something good pass up because of my fear of doing everything on my own, or relocating and getting to new people and stuff like that. I don't know.
Well, for me, it sounds like you you've been faced with a situation before being relocated. It also sounds like you were very excited when you were telling me that you received this job, that you were very happy, and I could see that you legitimately feel that this is a very good opportunity for you. You also have some feelings that maybe show some kind of frustration. For me, it seems that you do have the skills necessary to relocate and be successful at it. Just as the previous occasion when you were deployed and served abroad in a different country. It seems that you have those skills necessary to do that job in the United States. For me, you need to reflect on what skills were useful, those skills that helped you cope when you went overseas in a military setting, and see how you could apply them here now that you're going to a new place with a new job.